Today's video, I'm going to talk about a very basic topic, which is the path to self-love. Because you are lovable, regardless of what's happened to you in the past. You are lovable. You have self-worth, and you are lovable. If you are not in love with yourself, if you don't love yourself right now, I want you to stop everything you're doing and really focus on some best practices where you can achieve self-love. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. The path to self-love in 3 simple steps. You can have self-love. And once you reach this place, you can then give love to others. Unconditional love, because you're full of love. And you have self-love. And it's such a powerful place to be in. Self-love means to love yourself. And it is one of the most fundamental, essential elements to happiness and love and almost anything else. So essential. You must love yourself before you can even have love for other people. It is actually impossible to love without self-love, in my opinion. If you don't have self-love and you are, for example, looking to get into a relationship, you are literally looking for love, right? You can't be doing that. You can't be looking for love. Love comes from within, and you gotta have self-love. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about how to get to the place of self-love. No matter what your background is, and no matter what's happened in your life in the past, you are lovable. And we're gonna discuss that in this video. Self-love is a 3-step process, okay? And that process is self-awareness, self-acceptance, and then self-love, okay? And it comes in that order, okay? You have to be self-aware in the first place. And then once you become aware, you have to be accepting of yourself. And if you do those things, you will reach step 3, which is loving yourself. Okay, so self-awareness, in my opinion, is the absence of denial. If you want to list all the good things in your life, and then in one column, and then list all the bad things, quote unquote, in another column, right? Or all the things that are great about you in one column, and then put all the things that you don't like about yourself in another column. Let's say, for example, for me, I like my height, okay? I'm a tall guy. I like that. I think that's a great attribute to have. So I put that under the list of things that I like about myself, right? Let's just say, for example, I have bad credit, right? So the bad credit would be under things that I don't like about myself, okay? Let me give you another example. For example, I'm a good cook. I know how to make good food, and I'm just good with cooking food. That's a good attribute, and it goes under my good attributes, right? Let's say, for example, I'm not a great baseball player, right? I'm not a great baseball player. That goes under my bad attributes. So let's just say I'm not great with, I don't know, I'm not a good driver. Let's just say I'm not a good driver, right? So that goes under my bad attributes, right? Let's say, for example, I passed the bar exam. And I'm a licensed attorney in the state of California, and that's a tremendous achievement, and that goes under my good achievements, right? On the other hand, let's just say, for example, I have a criminal record, right? Let's just say I'm someone that has a criminal record. So you can put that under my kind of bad achievements, things that I don't like. So you can just list as much as you want, all your good things and all your bad things. Just put them all down on paper, right? Or just be aware that you have good things and bad things, which is what makes you you. And that is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the absence of denial. And that comes by just, accepting your reality, your reality, right? And you accepting, for example, that you might be a good cook, but you're not good with numbers, for example, right? Or you might be someone who's a licensed doctor or a licensed attorney, but also you might be someone that maybe has a criminal record, right? So no matter what it is, no matter what your good and bad things are, I think just putting them on paper, if you want to put them on paper, or at least otherwise acknowledging them, acknowledging all your good attributes and all your bad attributes, just be real with yourself. This is yourself. We're talking about self-love. So all you got to do is just be real with yourself, which is the absence of denial. So that is self-awareness, right? Self-awareness, step one, the path to self-love is self-awareness, which is the absence of denial. Now let's discuss step two in the protocol here. Step two, which is critical, is self-acceptance, okay? So that means after you've listed all the things that you have down on your paper, right? Because you're alive, because you're a human being, you have self-worth, regardless of what's on that spreadsheet, regardless of what's on your good attributes or bad attributes, right? You have self-worth, right? And in a lot of countries, all human beings are protected equally. All human lives are equally protected and cherished under the eyes of the law, right? Regardless of what your background is, right? You can't go out there and, commit an act of crime against another human being based on the fact that, let's say, for example, that person, has a checkered criminal past, for example. You can't do that. All human beings have equal self-worth in humanity and under the law as well, right? So you, as a human being, regardless of what's on your own personal sheet, of good things and bad things, have self-worth. That's a legal, logical, factual thing. Okay? I mean, think of it this way. Let's say, for example, on your things that are bad about you, you have not a good cook, right? Or let's say you're someone that's not good with numbers. That doesn't give me any right to treat you differently, right? You have equal self-worth, regardless of what your, spreadsheet is. I don't care if you have 10 good things and 1 bad things, or you have 100 bad things and 1 good thing. It doesn't make a difference, right? The fact that you're alive and you're actually creating this list and you're a human being gives you self-worth. And you want to kind of reach that state. And that's what's called self-love. Because you are lovable, regardless of what's happened to you in the past. You are lovable. You have self-worth. And you are lovable. Now think of it this way. You might say, for example, oh my God, I have so many bad things in my list, and it's hard to love myself. I mean, here's what it is. What you're basically saying is that you want to be perfect. And of course, nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own set of bad things. I don't care if you're the Dalai Lama, Elon Musk, the President of the United States, the most noble person in the world. They have their own flaws, right? Everybody has flaws. Everybody has something that they can improve on. Let's just put it that way. So there's no reason to it's not a competition, right? You still have self-worth, and therefore logically you are lovable, and you should love yourself based on that analysis. You should love yourself. It is such a powerful place to be in, to reach self-love. Now, sure, of course, you want to improve yourself all the time. I mean, who doesn't, right? I don't care if you're Elon Musk. I don't care if you're the richest person in the world. Self-improvement, trying to get better and better every day is a noble task, and you should always be improving. Nobody's perfect. Again, all those people are not perfect either. The people that you think are tremendous, like celebrities or people that are quote-unquote perfect, they're not perfect. They have imperfections, and I think, let's say you have everything figured out, but you're a bad cook. Work on that, that is life, gaining skill sets, improving every day, better and better every day. And that's a noble thing to go for. And if you have 100 things that you want to improve on, that's great too. Go ahead and tackle them. All problems are good problems to have. And these are some of your problems. That's fine. But regardless of your problems, you have self-worth, and therefore you are lovable. So to summarize, you want to have the self-awareness, you want to get to the place of self-acceptance, which therefore logically makes you lovable, and you can have self-love. And once you reach this place, you can then give love to others, unconditional love, because you're full of love and you have self-love. And it's such a powerful place to be in. And again, you can still improve yourself on a day-to-day, nanosecond by nanosecond basis. You can absolutely improve yourself and do self-improvement, but still be grateful for what you have right now and all the good things that you have, knowing that you want to make improvement on the things that you want to make improvement on. But none of that informs whether or not you have self-worth or self-love and self-value. Okay? So I love me and I love all you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.